Namaste and a very good afternoon to everyone. I will request if all of you can settle down so that we can start. Just few decorum points before we start. If we all can keep our phones on silent so that we are concentrated on this 1 hour. And also just requesting the camera and the media personnel to kindly leave that space because that's our camera, which will be focused on the speakers so that there is no hindrance on the live projections. We also have an audience who has joined us online. So very good afternoon to everyone who has joined us from across. Again, a very good afternoon to all the dignitaries, my dear colleagues, all the CIFs and the change makers who are present here, all the media personnel who have traveled from across the city and across to be here with us. As we proceed towards the agenda of the program, I would like to thank all the CIFs who have traveled across the country to be here with us and celebrate their graduation day with us. Thanks again. And also all the change makers who have traveled across the country to be here with us and celebrate their stories being launched with us. So, Community Innovator Fellowship is a program which is very close to our heart because it supports not only youth entrepreneurs across the country, but these young entrepreneurs are solving the community issues which are very difficult to take up, and they undergo 1 year long fellowship boot camp in the respective ACICs where they are being supported by mentorship, by funding, by traveling, by giving them an assistance to local mitras and many more, which we will get to hear as and when we move towards the agenda and our community innovator fellows express their views about the fellowship with us. Also, we have a launch today of Stories of Change, which would not have been possible without the tremendous support from Capgemini India and SRF Foundation, who have helped us in not only searching these stories but also documenting them in such a brilliant and aesthetic way, which will give you a glimpse of the country's real gems. Moving towards listening from the speakers of today, I would like to invite Suresh Reddy ji, Lead CSR and Director at SRF Foundation, to kindly give us his views and also interact a bit with our CIFs. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Vitasta. Good afternoon. National Children, Shanara Tata, and the CIF fellows from across the country, and the stories of change. They are inspiring other people. They are the people here, and the friends, and other team members. This is the many occasions we have been here in Niti Aayog while working with Atal Innovation Mission and the Capgemini. So where the corporate or the government and the NGO plus academic institutions, higher education institutions, and the people from the grassroots. So like in the punch, we make a fist which is much more stronger than the single finger. So leveraging each other's, we are good at something. So coming together, we can make a difference. So that is the how we are working together and supporting each other and making the nation proud. So this occasion, I said earlier also we had this similar kind of occasion where we unveiled almost 15 stories of change as a first lot. We did it there, and the community innovation fellowship also first batch. At the same time it was graduated. This is the second occasion. Today we are unveiling the 5 stories of change. They are coming from the Ladakh, or Mumbai, or Jharkhand, or northeastern states, and MIT Meerut. These are the stories we are getting unveiled here today. And nice to see that all CIF fellows were graduating in the second batch. So this is a great moment for all of us. So these things are not happening at the higher level, they are grassroots level. You know? So when you bring the change at the bottom of the pyramid, so it gives a much more a stronger foundation and sustainability and a bigger impact on the top. So here coming together, I would like to thank Cap Gemini, which we have been working with the Cap Gemini for the last 8 years. We started in a small place in Chennai and Bengaluru. Now we moving together when time is passing, so across the parental level. Then we together joined with the Niti Aayog, and we have been collaborating with other tinkering labs, other innovation with the ACAC centers and the CIF fellows kind of thing. A long way to go, and Dr. Vaibhav Chintan is here. Last 2-3 years, sir, we have been interacting with you, working with you, kind of thing. Wish to see that a much more bigger role and play, together we can make a difference. And with these few words, I like to thank Nimitasta. She is the one driving it from the day-to-day basis operations with my team members. So here the Rakesh is there, other team members are here, Ishaki and Pooja, Vishal, Hani, and Captain Rimi. She has been there here based out of the Delhi and so driving the things at the back end, and this has been the front and ground level kind of thing. And I wish you all the best, all of you, and the same fellows who are graduating. And the source of change is the masters. You are the masters. You're inspiring other people. And who would like to tell your stories. Last time also, Niti Aayog has shared the stories on the platform, virtual platform, reaching the people. And also you can think of not only just sharing on the platform, but also is there anything putting it all the stories of 15 on the first batch and this 5 together and giving to the various institutions, even physical copies also. You can think of that will make a difference. With these words, I would like to congratulate all of you people here and thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for always being the backbone of us while the team works on ground. So thank you so much for all your support. Next, we have Mr. Anurag Pratap Singh, Vice President and CSR Leader, Capgemini India. Anurag, sir, over to you.
Thank you. This is, I'd say, I had a choice given to me. I was like, like you have to travel on 9th also, and you need to be in Delhi on 9th and 11th also, and then there is a travel on 5th also, and I said that I don't want to miss this 5th one. The reason why I don't want to miss this is मेरा मानना बहुत स्पष्ट था कि 5 my 9th, 10th, 11th I can miss that particular thing because 5th for me was important day because that gives you an opportunity to interact with people who are creating solutions there. And this is not just the occasion of graduation ceremony, it's not the occasion of unveiling of the I'd say change story, but this is I'd say celebration of innovators who are sitting in this particular room, of your resilience, of your thought processes, of your willingness to take a risk, your ability to what is called foresee some of the things which are unknown to or invisible to naked eyes. और उस तरह से जब मौका जब मिलता है ना, तो मेरे जैसा इंसान I think I can negotiate other dates, but not these days because these days then become very important for me to be around there. So thank you for giving me this opportunity to be around to listen to some of the I'll say stories which are not going to change the way we think, but it's going to change the way larger communities are going to think. And then you are already role model for your immediate community there, but you will become the role model for a wider community once these stories go out there. And I don't want to miss out. बोलते हैं कि आप गवाह थे कि नहीं थे, तो मैं उस मौके को छोड़ना नहीं चाहता हूँ जहाँ पे इसकी गवाही लिखी जाएगी कि कौन कौन लोग वहाँ पे उपस्थित थे जिनके सामने में ये कहानी रची गई थी. मैं ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि मैं भी था, मैं भी वहाँ बैठा था और मैंने भी उन चेहरों को देखा था जिन चेहरों के ऊपर में if I look at your faces also now, you look at your faces, you look in your mirror also, these are those तब के जो भी बाहर निकल के आते हैं, जो people who go through a lot, और जैसे सोने को तपाया जाता है आग के अंदर में तो and then you beat that with बड़े हथौड़े से, and if you look at all the faces are reflecting the kind of energy that you all are putting there to create what you have created. It's not an easy journey in all possible sense there, and it's a journey which needs to be, I'd say, told to as many people as possible, so that they can also feel hugely motivated by some of the work that all of you have done. So commendable. I'll this is the occasion to clap for yourself. All of you should clap, thinking that this is लोग मकान बनाते हैं, लोग गाड़ियाँ खरीदते हैं, लोग ज़मीन खरीदते हैं, विरासत बनाते हैं. What you all have created as part of a legacy is ideas. Ideas which have the potential to what is called not just leave your name behind, but also motivate so many people there. And I can thank Niti Aayog for anchoring this. You always require someone to facilitate this, someone with a pan-India nature, with a global outlook, with someone who has the penetration and the grassroots there, to bring in or to create a movement where people like you can get identified and आपकी स्टोरीज को फिर वो ढोल बाजों के साथ में लोग को सुनाया जाए ताकि सब लोग उसको महसूस कर सकें. तो thank you for doing what you are doing. Dr. Chintan is someone I've always said, and I don't mind saying this again, that you are someone who is finely mixed academic with grassroots action. You are someone who values. I have not seen many academicians who will bring in this kind of thought process. I've seen many people who come from academia. They will be into more of कि research कैसे करना है, research का dissemination कैसे करना है. But I see one leader who knows कि empirical evidences से कैसे मैं I can create something, create a model which has the potential to impact large number of people there. So thank you for doing what you're doing, Dr. Chintan. We need more of you around. We need people like you to anchor this in a way which can give a sense of huge amount of hope and inspiration to large number of people. This is important. This is for a country like India. This is hugely important because you're not just creating ideas, you're not just innovating, but you're also creating jobs. You're also building or rebuilding or helping people rebuild their lives. So huge kudos to all of you there. Dr. Suresh Reddy from SRF, this has been a wonderful experience of working with you because you've always pushed us to pick up new challenges there. Something that was not, it's like आप पहाड़ को खड़ा कर देते हो फिर फेंक देते हो. And then you will be like, you manage your life and life. And it has been wonderful doing that particular thing. And then you realize that when पहाड़ पे जाके कोई आपको नीचे गिरा दे, then you meet someone like Dr. Chintan Vasan, you can't ask for more. So you can only say that और कई बार होना चाहिए, बार-बार होना चाहिए. So this is for us at Capgemini. As a company, we are known as a risk-taking company. As a company, we all have been taught to be entrepreneurs. As a company, we have been taught that as a core value is that how can you be your own master in your own space there, and how can you create something which is inspirational for others. And that's what Capgemini loves doing. For us, working with Niti, working with all of you, working with, I'd say, multitude of hope and inspiration, that provides us with ample opportunity to be what Capgemini stands for. So thank you for doing what all you're doing. And I congratulate all the CIF fellows who are graduating today. ये graduations वो आज भले आपको डिग्री मिल रही है, but वो कहते हैं ना कि आज के बाद से काम शुरू हो रहा है. तो जो असली वाला काम है आज के बाद से शुरू हो रहा है. अभी तक जो काम था वो जैसे ऑनरेबल प्राइम मिनिस्टर बोलते हैं कि अभी तो हम एपेटाइजर था. तो ये आपका अभी तक जो फेलोशिप था वो एपेटाइजर था. एक्चुअल जो है काम अभी शुरू हो रहा है. Be ready for that particular thing. All the innovators and all the change stories, I'm just waiting to hear about them and then celebrate all those stories. And I'm going to use all the stories in my wider network with other corporates, with other clients, and tell them that there is a wonderful job that's happening in remote areas of India. Why don't you join in and celebrate the success of each and every one of you? Thank you.
Thank Thank you so much, sir. You have always been the voice of grassroots innovation ecosystem that we have been working on. So thank you always for supporting us. Next, we have the keynote address by Dr. Chintan, Mission Director, Atal Innovation Mission Niti Aayog. So over to you.
Thank you. And a big congratulations to all of you for becoming the second cohort to graduate as Community Innovator Fellows. First of all, let me just say a big thank you to Anurag and Capgemini and his team, Suresh Reddy, and the SRF Foundation team. We have many partners in many different programs, but the work of ACIC and community innovation needs a patient partnership, like the patient capital. In this case, we are actually on the journey of discovering a model, right, as to what works. In a normal business incubations case, when we started, say, an AIC, we knew that this has worked all around the world and something similar will work here because our academia looks very similar to any other academia and so on. But we couldn't use any template from anywhere in the world for community innovation. Right? So इसमें कुछ और इजाद करना था. इसमें ये पता था कि पोटेंशियल बहुत है, राइट? In our country, when you go around, you do meet very creative people. But I think I think our initial understanding of how this is going to work was different than what is happening. I'll tell you very briefly about it. पहले हम लोगों को ऐसा था कि भाई कम्युनिटी इनोवेटर्स तो हर जगह है हमारे देश में. This is an Antakshari moment, we thought. You create an Antakshari and they will show up, and then others, music directors will take them. Like that, right? They will become successful and create solutions and so on. Now that part may still be right, that they are everywhere. But I think what we didn't understand before launching ACIC type of a movement is that capable institutions who can support them in remote parts of our country are not there everywhere. These have to be built. In fact, not only that, but even one has to handhold in terms of how to think about this space in the first place. Like for instance, you go around a lot of people who want to create an ACIC, many institutions, are engineering colleges, for example, right? They will come and tell us, there's a lot of community around us, you give us money, we'll go meet the community. We have to say that, no, you have to first go to the community, right? Because I think even in most of our colleges and universities in remote areas also, the aspiration of us, an individual is to go join the mainstream in Bangalore, Gurgaon, even abroad. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, I'm just saying that mindset that here is somebody from the community who's solving problems of the community, that is not a mainstream mindset. I think, so that's something we learned. So I'm saying this mainly to say that आप लोग as graduates of this cohort, you are our champions to tell these stories. So more people जो आपके आसपास हैं, जिनको भी कुछ करना है, वो इसका फायदा उठाए, they join the stream and so on, right? We understand कि problems you are solving are harder problems, right? इसमें वो well laid path नहीं है कि आपने कुछ प्रूव कर दिया, इन्वेस्टर आ गया, आपने पैसे इकट्ठे कर लिए, and you started to scale up, etc. So one question which again I'm sharing with you what we are learning, so that you can help us learn more, because to us we're all building this program together, right? One question is, what is so unique about a community innovator? Is it that they happen to be from the community? Is it that they are uh, solving a problem that of a community that others don't know? There's a problem that can be solved. What are the set of things that they are doing differently, right? And is it something that is there something deeper about who these people are as compared to who this more of a business incubation में से जो निकलते हैं उनमें कोई फर्क है क्या? That is one question, right? I feel that what we are learning is that some features are common when you want to solve a problem and you want to do it while in a profitable way, right? Somehow you have to pay for आप जो भी कर रहे हैं उसका जो cost है किसी को तो pay करना है, so somehow you have to do that. Finding a good problem that people cares about, हम सबको चाहिए, there's no difference, right? Creating a solution that works, that's feasible, right? There's no exception. It has to be a solution that works. Making it viable, there's no difference there also. Somehow you have to create value, capture value. थोड़ा आपको business model किसी भी प्रकार का चाहिए, इसमें कोई फर्क नहीं है. I mean, basic these things, components are there, needed everywhere. I think the difference is in what trade-offs you are making. I think कि जो एक community innovator जो है वो ज़्यादा impact maximization कर रहा है rather than a profit maximization. That may be one difference, right? That this may be because of the people they see around them. एक ये हो सकता है. This may be because that is the type of person they are. That may be because their ambition is different. Whatever it is, but a community innovator, we are not seeing that, oh, this person is trying to build an Ola or an Uber or that kind of mindset. It's a different mindset. So I think the mindset may be one area where there may be difference. And I think these stories are important to tell today. There is this story of change that we're releasing 5 stories. एक चीज हमको आप सबको एक प्रॉमिस करना है आज कि आप अपना स्टोरीज जितना इफेक्टिवली हो सके you will tell, not to just for your own success, but so the world knows about it. One of the things we see time and again is that actually rest of the world does not know by and large what's happening in India's innovation ecosystem. Kal, somebody from the World Bank was here with us. We were taking them around, showing them what we are doing. They said, I tried to Google India innovation ecosystem, trying to learn कि India में क्या हो रहा है. He said, none of these stories you tell me are there. They're not from Google, or I can't find these stories. And so, by and large, the global narrative about India, हमारे यहाँ तो हम लोग को बहुत अच्छा लगता है, third largest हो गए, ये हो गया, वो हो गया. But the world, the global narrative is not India is, for instance, there is no global narrative that India is trying to actively participate in the climate action. Global narrative is India is resisting climate action. A global narrative. ये क्यों? Because we don't tell our stories, no, effectively. Therefore, so I think the as you will see, I think things like these stories of change that are released today and these stories about your work that will be released tomorrow are really large contributors to telling our story. Because we are not trying to mess up anybody, we are actually trying to solve problems, right? So, one last thing I want to say. I have a lot of personal experience in working on problems of community in my own work. इसमें हम लोगों को एक चीज करना पड़ा था. प्रोफेसर विनायक इज हियर फ्रॉम XLRI. हम लोगों को एक चीज करना पड़ा था जो हमारे एनवायरनमेंट के हिसाब से इट वाज अ रिक्वायरमेंट. Although we were working on problems of community, सिर्फ सोल्यूशन बनाना इनफ नहीं था, क्योंकि हमारे स्टूडेंट्स को ग्रेजुएट भी करना था, उसको थीसिस लिखनी थी उसके ऊपर. यानी उसको दो चीजें करनी थी. उसको एक रेलेवेंट प्रॉब्लम ढूंढना था और उसको वो प्रॉब्लम को इतनी रिगरसली काम करना था कि उसको एक PhD या मास्टर्स मिल पाए उसमें से, राइट? That was also needed. In the process, what we had to do was हर एक प्रॉब्लम के पीछे हमको जाके उसका डीपेस्ट प्रॉब्लम ढूंढना था ताकि उसके ऊपर हम काम कर पाए. जैसे I have been working with my students on on-farm soil testing. उसमें we realized कि we can say कि हमने soil tester बना दिया. Ultimately, we are close to making a soil testing device that is in 100 rupees, within 10 minutes, with lab-like accuracy, can give you the soil profile of a farm. We built that. But behind the scene, we answered two questions which were really rigorous questions. The two questions were, first, can you reproduce soil chemistry in a non-farm environment as good as a lab level testing, right? That was, and what are the techniques by which you can do? The second was, what does actionable information mean for a resource poor farmer? Is it the same information that you and I get from Google? Is it some other form of information? Actionability, एक जिसके पास literacy नहीं है, उसको actionability कैसे आप दोगे, right? That was the deeper sort of information systems level. So, in our work, we have to go back to finding the deeper sort of question behind it. My hope is कि आप लोगों ने जो इतने अच्छे solutions बनाए हैं, eventually जब आप इसके ऊपर अगले 3, 5, 10 साल काम करोगे, तब उसमें से ऐसा कुछ deeper भी निकलेगा जिस will have some global meaning. Because I think my hope is this. अब तक के अटल इनोवेशन मिशन के काम में क्या हुआ है? ATL we created, it is ready to go global, that template. AIC we created, it is ready to go global. This month, it will happen this month, we are signing something with the United Nations for doing that, right? I am hoping ACIC and CIF will also go global. 3 साल लगेंगे, हमको लगे रहना. We have to find something deeper. We have to engage the ecosystem of academics, of investors, etc., and show to the world that problems of the community can be solved by the community with rigor and relevance. So, all the very best. I'm very happy to see you all. मुझे 4 बजे बच्चों ने बुलाया है. CSIR has some 1,000 kids. They are doing a program. So I will have to run around 4 o'clock. But I'm really excited about these stories of change and all of your stories. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. We'll have 4 stories two by CIFs, 2 by change makers, quickly for 1 minute so that we get a glance of how their journey has been. First, I would like to invite Amit, CIF from ACIC ISM Dhanbad. Amit, If you can quickly share your story briefly in 1 minute. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Good evening, sir. And good evening, all the delegates present here. Uh, I'm from SCIC Dhanbad, and I'm also working on soil tester, as I'm very happy that Dr. Chintan sir said. And during my fellowship, I met with more than 50 farmers and got to know their problems. They are lacking a handy device, handy module, with the help of which they can test the quality of soil. So ACIC helped me in developing a device, and my CEO, Dr. Akanksha ma'am, also appointed a professor from IIT Dhanbad, and I worked with under him, and we have developed a sensor with the help of which we can easily test the quality of soil on a very with the help of very handy model. And I tested with at least 5 farmers, and I've got some very good result. And as Anurag sir said, for me, the work starts from today after fellowship. I have got some mission, some target which I have to fulfill. I'm very thankful to AIM, Niti Aayog, ACIC. I'm very thankful, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Amit. All the best for your journey. Next, we have Vishalakshi. Vishalakshi, over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, one and all present here. So myself, Visalakshi from ACICMI of Tamil Nadu. So during the COVID times, all of us are engaged with electronic gadgets. So at that time, I faced lots of physical disturbances like headache, eye irritation, and all. So when I chat with my colleagues and all, they also said the same, that we are also facing the same issues. So that I thought that if we can make a solution for this, and I thought an idea, and I discussed this idea to my staff. Then she guided me towards the ACIC to approach for the CIF program. That's how I entered into it. So after I entered into the CIF program, they made my idea get transformed into a product, not only by funding but also the training programs that they arranged for us, and the capacity building programs equipped us to enter into it. And now we can able to start a startup by our own, and we can able to employ starting from 50 to 100 people by our own. So this is the thing which CIF program has made for us. Why? Because we can work meaningfully towards the society. So that's what I learned from this program. So I thank everyone from the ACIC to Niti Aayog who have been worked behind for the CIF program. I'm deeply privileged to be a part of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Vishalakshi. All the best. Next, we have an innovator who has been featured in Stories of Change, Mr. Atul. Atul, over to you. If you can share something about your innovation.
Good evening, all. I am Atul, as said, founder of startup Silpkari, and which is incubated under IIT ISM Dhanbad. And we have started Silpkari from Ranchi, Jharkhand, and right now we have artisan base of more than 4,000 artisans working under 56 different SHG groups. like uh, by working with them, by working with all those artisans and all those 56 self-help groups, we are actually developing sustainable solution in different traditional artifact products, and we are also incorporating those designs and those handmade artifacts in developing sustainable architecture towards developing giant and bigger architecture in bamboo, in mud, and we are involving all those grassroots artisans in those projects. So, thank you.
Thank you, Atul. All the best. Next, we have Norbu. Norbu is from Ladakh Basket. If you can share something about your innovation, Norbu.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jilas Norbu, and I am from Ladakh. First of all, I just like to say thank you very much for this opportunity. yeah, Niti Ayog has given us the opportunity to showcase our story in your platform, so I'm very thankful for that. Ladakh Basket is basically an online and offline platform where we can sell Ladakhi indigenous produce throughout the world. By doing so, we try to empower the rural local producers. Till now, we have been working with more than 100 farmers in our villages of Ladakh. So our main vision is to support rural farmers, preserve indigenous culture, and promote organic farming. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Norbu. And Norbu has also been featured on various international platforms. So congratulations, Norbu, for that. Great. It's time we have a small video to congratulate all our community innovator fellows on their graduation. I would request all the three dignitaries to kindly just press the click, and I think the video will play. Give us 1 second. Thank you. Next, we have one more launch, which is a very major one, Stories of Change launch. So, dignitaries, once more, click please.
Yes. Okay. Here we go.
We have a promo video which will give you a glimpse of how these have been shot. So, can we have the promo video, please?
10 मिनट के बाद रखते हैं।
दोस्त 5 मिनट के बाद रखेंगे।
There in the village, there's no employment opportunities and livelihood opportunities.
हमारे जैसे इतने पढ़े लिखे लोग अगर झारखंड के लिए कुछ नहीं करेंगे, यहाँ के लोगों के लिए नहीं सोचेंगे, तो who will think about that?
जो नवाचार है एक प्रकार की भक्ति है, तो भक्ति का कोई उम्र नहीं होता है।
मेरा मिशन है कि मैं इंडियन आर्ट और इंडियन ट्रेडिशनल आर्टिस्ट को दुनिया को नए तरीके से ले जाना चाहती हूँ।
Stands in, I am coming to Ladakh on Monday.
There you go. You already have one customer. And add me into. Great. So you can see all the 5 stories on Adult Innovation Missions and Niti Ayog's YouTube channel and the other social media platforms. We'll be featuring one by one. You can share and serve the word across. Thank you once again to all the dignitaries for taking out time to spend with us, all the CIs who have traveled across the country and to be here and celebrate your graduation day with us. I hope it was not a boring graduation day for you all. And thank you to all the change makers who have taken our time to be here with us, all the media folks who have again been here with us since 2 p.m. and covering us live and otherwise, all the online audience and the team, Adult Innovation Mission team who has always been there on the back supporting us. So thank you again. Thank you everyone. As well.
I have 11 minutes, even though my CSIR friends are going to get nervous. I'll go 5 minutes before 4 and please tell your story. Tell a 1 minute story.
I'm Kiran, founder of Family Agro Food Private Limited, and the problem that we are addressing is
if you say cashew, everyone will think of the nut. But the larger portion of the portion is the fruit. It is something like an almost 8 to 9 times larger. So we are producing like 4 million tons of cashew fruit every year. So hardly means we could have to utilize only 20%. 80% of the fruit which we are producing is going to the waste. The 20% what we are producing is winning. That is positive. Everyone who have listed the Google. So it is easy to produce alcohol. So what are the other products that we can produce? We can utilize this part the part of the cashew nut. That was the thinking. So we thought actually easily we can able to produce alcohol. So what are the products we can able to do? Then we started doing the fermentation of it. And we found something like the easiest way is we can convert the alcohol into the vinegar. So that is one process actually. So we did that, but that is a normal process. But we also come up with another process actually, where we could able to get the vinegar as a byproduct, where we could able to get the bacterial cellulose that is nata, that is much more thicker actually, which has edibility also. It's completely cellulose, which has a dietary fiber qualities. So normally, where from the nata is getting is from coconut water and coconut milk that people are producing, and we don't have that much. We are importing it from the other countries. So with this technology, we could able to produce the nata actually with the cashew apple which is going as a waste, and also we could able to generate fruit vinegar actually, that is again an economical product as a byproduct. And the third thing is the juice we are utilizing. What about this fiber? This is coming as waste. It is very good, having very good amount of the fiber in it. Actually, it can be used as a fatty fiber. So just fermenting the lactic acid bacteria, which is good for this fiber, we are fermenting it and we are giving it as a caloric supplement, which has a good amount of the protein, good amount of the fiber, and good amount of calcium, which is required for the cattle. So this is how we are with the zero wastage of the cashew apple. We are trying to develop the 3 different types of the products of coffee. And we are also trying to get into the beverage section by removing the tannins out of it, because the cashew apple you eat, you have an itching sensation in your tongue as well as in the neck. That is the reason the beverage can't be a beverage. So we established a protocol that we could able to precipitate the tannins of coffee, which is impalatable in nature, so that we can go as an actually a beverage of the software. And so that's how we are developing a process of actually complete utilization of zero wastage in the cashew apple.
You are turning cashew into coconut, like every part of it is
useful.
Wow, very good.
And by this actually we could able to increase the cashew farmers income by 30 to 40%. So that's one of the greatest achievements that we could able to get, because
how many farmers you work with now?
Like we are working with the 2 different diseases. One is from Sirati in that. Actually, that is the place. The another place is